Hi, in this video, I'm going to give you a very brief introduction about loops. So, a loop is a programming tool that repeat a set of instructions until a specific condition called a stopping condition is reached. As a programmer, you all find that rely on the loop all the time. So, let me show you with the very common example. So, we have loop. For example, like in coming scenario, you want to print your name 10 times. For example, just I'm writing as code me, and you want to print this statement 10 line. You can, without the help of loop, you can print this. Okay, let me know like how many times it printed. Let me show you. See, run, and then it printed. But with the help of loop, it's very common. For example, I'm using for loop over here, where I'm declaring one variable. We have let I equal to 0, and then I is less than 10, and then I plus plus. Then we have console dot log, and then printing over here as code me, and then see, try to run this. Let me clear the console, and then see, it's printed 10 times just with the help of loops. So that's how loop can be very useful in the code. So this is a very common example of for loop. So for loop has 3 points: initializing, and then stopping condition, and then increment. So let me for you just print it over here as initialization, and then stopping condition, and then increment, sorry, then okay, let it put as iteration, and then put it over here as initialization, and then put it over. See, that's how it works. Okay, let me like put in this way so that it can be clear to you. So that's the first. Here we are describing or initializing a variable, and then putting the stop condition that after how many count it will stop. And then iteration means that we have to increment by 1, or we can increment by 2. So that's how the condition. Or you can also print that the value of a, we have console dot log, and let me print the value of I also. So I'm clearing it, run this. See, as you can, it's 9 times. If I made it equal to 10, then it will run 10 times. As you can see, it will run 10 times. So that's how it will work. So that's like a forward loop. So let me show you with a very quick example of looping in reverse. So I'm just replacing the condition. For example, I'm initializing with I equal to 10, and then I is, we have less than, or say equal to, we have equal to, put it 0, and then I'm decrement value after iteration. Save it, and then try to execute it. Let me clear the console and try to execute. Okay, then let I equal to 10, then I is okay, then we have greater than or equal to, then run it, clear, and then run it. See, you are getting in the reverse order. How? Because I'm initializing the condition with 10. After each iteration, it will check the value whether the value of I should be greater than or equal to 0. If it's greater than equal to 0, then it's go inside the loop. If not, then it go to iteration and then minus the value. After this loop will finalize. So that's how that for loop work. So we also have something called looping in an array. So as in the earlier video, to I have given a very basic introduction about array. If you don't watch that video, just go and check this out. So I'm describing array as constant, and then we have items, then we have something came mobile over here, and then we have laptop over here, and then we have camera over here, and then I just want to print in the another line, so I'm using of the same for loop. We have for, and then initializing the condition of let I equal to 0, and then I is less than, we have items, and then we have dot length, which is the property of an array, and then let me try to print. Okay, just make this as console dot log over here, and then printing as I'm using interpolation over here, which is we have ith, then okay, let me use the interpolation over here is ith, and then item dash dash is we have items of I. Save it and then try to execute using this clear, and just see I'm using backticks over here. You can find it out just below the escape key, so try to run it. As you can see, the zero, okay, let me put it's items. Okay, sorry, I forgot to use interpolation over here. Let me use it and try to run it. See, you can see 0th element is mobile, and then first element is laptop, and then second element is camera. So that's how you can loop within array. And we also have a nested loop. Nested loop is nothing but a loop inside one loop or an outer loop. That's called an nested array. Let's see with a very common example. So I'm describing one more array as constant, and then language of front end. Okay, let me put in an array. Over here we have HTML, and then we have CSS, and then we have very favorite JavaScript, and then we have constant, then backend. We have something like that on backend. I'm including as Node.js, and then we have ASP.NET, then we have something as Java, and then we have to use for. I'm declaring as let I equal to 0, then I is less than as friend. We have n dot length, which is the property of an array, then incrementing the value of I. I'm using one more for loop over here and putting as let j equal to 0 and j is less than, we have backend and the property of an array length, and incremented the value of j plus plus. So JavaScript is case sensitive, just know about the I and j value. So I'm printing it over here as console.log over here, and using the sign of interpolation, and I just want to have a matching set of front-end and back-end languages, so I can use in that way. Here I'm putting as front-end of square bracket of I, and then we have backend, and then of index j, and then just clear it out and try to run this. As you can see, we can use HTML with Node and HTML with ASP.NET and HTML with Java, and we can also use in that way. So that's a very good example of nested array. So, and then we have another loop which is while loop. So while loop is very basic conditional loop. You can also use in like daily case scenario. So let me show you with the very good example. We have constant and then data, and then providing it as something called as, we have JavaScript, and then we have C sharp, then we have Java, then we have Python, and then I'm putting as let, we have data selected. I'm not declaring it, I'm just initializing, so I'm using while loop. So while loop, and then we have data selected equal not equals to, say, C sharp, then we have data selected equal to data, and then set of, I'm using it over here as math dot floor, and then inside the use I'm using one more good operator of math dot random. If you don't know about what is math dot floor and math dot random, just go and check out my first video, introductory video to JavaScript. And then we have 4 over here, and then we have console dot log, then we have data selected. Okay, let me put as see, and then paste it out over here as, and then clear it out. Try to run this. As you are getting, every time you are getting a different error. See, every time if you run, see. So let me show you what it's doing. So math.floor is nothing but used to like round off the value, and math.random is something which gives a random value between 0 to 1, where 0 is included and 1 is not included. So I'm multiplying it by 4, so it can give me a value as 0, 1, 2, and then 3, but 4 it's not giving. Why? Because something like if not multiplied by 1, then it's not go to 4, so it will be less, and math.floor will round off to that value. So that's how it works. So every time I'm getting a random function, and it's checking the value every time, whether like if on first attempt I got JavaScript, and on second attempt if I got Python, so it will iterating the value in that way. See, if you can run this, you are getting a different output every time. See, so that's how this while loop will work. And then we have another loop which is do while loop. So as nothing more difference between do and do while loop, where while loop is something, okay, let me show you. I'm declaring one more value where let data equal to, and then I'm describing this as value 10. So while, okay, one more thing I'm just show you as to say as working, so that you can easily identify whether the program is working or not. And then we have while data is greater than or equal to 10. Okay, and let me put as console.log inside, or as you can see, try to run this, you will, okay, where data is, I'm putting less than 10. Clear it and try to run this. As you are seeing, it's not getting inside. See why? Because it's checking the value where 10 is not less than 10, so it's not going this value. But in that case, if I use do while loop, so it will execute as well. So I'm using do over here and mm, pasting while over here. See, if I try to run same, I'm clearing. If I try to run, see, it runs once. Why? Because do while, when we use a case scenario where we want any statement to run once, so we can use that do while loop over here, where while is used for if the condition is met, then while is used. If not met, then it says it don't go inside. And then we have one more thing, we have break statement. So let me show you. We have while and data is less than 10, so let me initialize it with 0. Then we have something as console.log and the value of data, and then we have data plus plus, and let me clear it and try to run it. See, it's give me a 9 value. For example, I don't want 9, I just want to have break on certain condition, which is my 5. So how can I break this? I'm using a break statement over here. We have like break, it work only once. See, only getting, if I want to have like break on a particular condition, so I'm using if, and then data equal to something says 5, then I just want that loop to execute, and then I'm using this statement over here and try to run this. So let me clear the console and run. Okay, okay, fine. Let me put over here if, and then we have data equals 5, then we have break over here and try to run this. See, you are not getting the value of the 5. So that's how break will work. Break, if we want to break a particular loop in the middle of something or the condition is met, so we are using the break statement over here. So that's all about loops. So in this video you have learned about loops, the for loop and reversing a for loop and looping through the arrays. We have nested array, and then we have while loop, and then difference between while and do while loop, and you also learned about break statement. So that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next video.